So I'm not going to turn into the 100% anti-Apple channel. I might. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they do and how I'm going to respond. Because I'm an angry little man. I'll say that. So I want to talk about advertising overall, but I want to talk about Apple. And the title is going to be something about like me not understanding Apple. I don't get Apple and why they still do commercials. I understand little TV spots, like 30-second TV spots. I don't understand commercials. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Right here. I did this. Maybe I'll link my video somewhere here where I saw this, the whole working from home thing. It's so tone deaf. It was so stupid. Privacy. That's iPhone. This like it's commercials like this. Privacy. That's iPhone. Apple AirPods. Bounce. Holiday. The surprise. Like it's commercials like these. HomePods. Welcome Home by Spike Jones. So here's the thing with advertising nowadays and commercials. More and more companies are doing this review product thing where they send out a review product to a content creator. And I want to put content creator in air quotes too, but I know people are going to be very pissed. But they send review copies to content creators to do a free, unbiased review, which it's not. And let's be real, what these companies are doing are they are paying with the monetary value of a product, which one product is not a lot to them, but one product that has a $300, $500, $900, $1,500 price tag that gets 1 or 2 million people that weren't probably going to have like 60% overlap, but some of them weren't going to see you. Well, that's 600,000 people at that, 400,000 people, 2 million people. However many people it's going to reach out to, that's how many people reach out and see that. People who maybe aren't going to watch a commercial anyway. So it's a smart thing for them to do, but it's a paid commercial. You know, I hate when people say like, well, I'm not paid by Apple. I'm not paid by the best ones like tech YouTubers with graphics cards. I'm not paid by MSI to say this. I'm not paid by Nvidia. It's like, well, they sent you a 3080 and a 3090 Founders Edition. You were just paid $2,200 without inflation or taxes or shipping or scalping. And inflation is like Nvidia setting it for $700 for the graphics cards, them not being available, and then $750 is the real starting bid. And it's a lot more effective to, instead of spending tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars, however much it's going to be for that specific commercial, give your product a review copy to somebody, have that person review it, and that's tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people that are going to be seeing that product review that might not have seen yours, that the commercial would have reached out to anyway, possibly. So overall it saves money. It's great for things like graphics cards, the phones and game systems and video games in general, and yada yada yada. Why am I talking about this with Apple? I don't, the whole point of a commercial is to get someone to meet your brand and your product. I don't understand why they're making commercials still. The production to make the commercials, paying the actors, everything. The bad press when they do something stupid or do something that's just unnecessary, or they have a commercial like the whole working from home thing is the perfect example of a horrible Apple commercial. It's tone deaf. It doesn't answer any questions about the products and doesn't answer any questions about what the products can do. My whole point is I don't know why they're still doing this. I don't know why they're making commercials. They're Apple, right? So if they wanted to have the eco-friendly thing, why not, instead of making these stupid commercials, go and donate that money to food shelter, go for higher wages for workers, go and convert things over to that's not solar powered over to solar power, do more green options for things. Why aren't those options? Why are they spending thousands or millions of dollars on paid production that, let's be honest, they don't need? Like the whole working from home thing. I don't think that there is anybody who didn't know who Apple was or what Apple products were, saw this commercial and went, I really need an Apple product. Right? Same with the Meet iPhone 12. I don't think there's anybody who is not going to already go to Apple's website and check out the specs, or have seen the keynote, or know, or doesn't even need to see those, is already a loyal Apple cultist anyway, and is going to buy it anyway. That would have needed, like the 13 million people that this reached out to, how many of them were already watching the keynote, if you want to call it that, the presentation? How many people did this reach that it wasn't going to already reach by them just having their information there? And what I'm saying is these 13 million people, if this didn't exist, if this 15 million people from the iPhone 12 Pro one didn't exist, would these people still have their answers for the iPhone? Yes. Why? They would have found it, or they would have heard something about it, because it's Apple. It's just like, it's a waste of money. I'm not saying to cut it. I'm not saying stop your thing. I'm not saying these are atrocity. I'm not saying, oh my God, what war crimes they're doing by not helping out society and a business that's making commercials to promote their products. I'm not saying any of that. They could do whatever they want. We live in a capitalist society. I can't argue too much of that stuff anyway. I could voice my opinions, but I can't argue with it. But I can argue in the fact of whether or not this is necessary for the company. Having a video where you have to have an asterisk of does not include charger and earphones at the bottom of it is not a good commercial for you. Having a commercial while people are, especially in America, because this is an American commercial with Americans here, especially in America, 3 months ago, of the whole working from home thing. Oh my God, I have to work from home. Isn't this so hard? Living next to the person yet still getting paid to be at work. Like, it's just like there's a tone deafness that's just not worth it. So I don't understand why they keep making commercials. I understand a company like AMD making commercials for their graphics card or promoting it and having videos like that. I understand that. They'll be reaching out to people who might not have heard about them or seen their stuff at that point. They're big, but they're just getting into the point where they're actually competitive in the GPU market. Possibly, allegedly, until October 28th, whatever. But that's the reality of it. What's the reality of this? What is this like? What is the whole working from home one? The whole working from home thing. Who does that reach out to that didn't already know about Apple? This privacy, that's iPhone. Who did that reach? That was like, oh my God, I have security is the number one and only thing I care about, which isn't 100% secure on Apple anyway. So, but it's better. It's more secure than on Android. But these 25 million people, how many of them would have already gotten an iPhone, don't care about the privacy portion of it, and are just Apple cultist loyalists anyway? We're contemplating getting an iPhone, and the security wasn't really going to be the big main factor. It's just they went, oh, okay, that's neat. I guess I have my answer, but I already had my answer before the video. Like, how many of those people were already there? And then how many of that 25 million actually saw this when, wow, I'm switching over. Wow, that's important enough for me to get. It doesn't make sense. I wouldn't think that. It just doesn't. It's very weird. It's just weird. That's all I can say about it. I can't wait for them though. I will if Tim, if you're watching, don't stop making these commercials. Oh no. No. I love the hypocrisy from your company. I love it. I love it. I get off on it so much. Okay? Keep making these fucking commercials. Please. Please make them more tone deaf. Make them more unnecessary. Take more stuff out. Here's the iPhone with the case sold separately with no box. Oh, God. Yeah, keep making them. These are great. I think it's unnecessary. I think if they had actually saved the money from all these commercials and then just cut their phones down by 100, 150 bucks, even say 200, be a lot better for them. They'd move more volume. They'd have better PR. especially with taking out the headphones and the charger. It's just dumb. It doesn't reduce the carbon footprint, doesn't do anything for the ecosystem because they continue doing other moves that undermine everything. So yeah, they're such a weird company, especially now. They're getting weirder and weirder. God damn. I love you, Apple. In the with the biggest hate boner possible.